Hi, my name is Nicholas Parsons, and my speech is on Kentucky basketball and why we are number one, why we have been the best for a long time, and why we continue to be the best in our given field. College sports today are some of the most watched sports of today's world. From college football to college basketball, there's something about amateurism and how they aren't doing this for money, but doing this for the enjoyment of the game that really appeals to people. There are many schools that participate in college sports and have a major fan base, but it's widely agreed, and even agreed on big sites as ESPN.com, that Kentucky fans are generally accepted as the biggest and most sold-out, best group of fans in the country. So it's obvious to you that, being a Kentucky fan, I obviously think that we are the best. It's just how it goes. However, I'm going to try to prove to you that why Kentucky basketball is currently the most successful program and why they're the most successful basketball program of all time. It is important that first, before we talk about our success, that we define success and what success really means in this environment. It's important from my perspective and from other people's perspectives. Success is obviously about wins, about winning percentage, but also about major things like championships, like postseason, like winning games past your regular season. How your players fare on the next level of professional sports. But the last one is particularly important, because of our players. It is our job as a college to prepare players, to prepare people for life outside of college, to make a living. And as a college program, to prepare guys to go to the next level, to go to professional sports and be successful, is one of the most defining measures of success. And it is a testament to your program when they go to that level and are successful. When you compare us to other teams in terms of this kind of success, in my opinion, and in other people's opinions, we are heads and tails above all other competition, making us the most successful program currently, but also the most successful program of all time. So let's take a look at the facts of Kentucky basketball. First, let us focus on the all-time dominance that is Kentucky basketball. According to Wikipedia and other different various places, Kentucky is the most winningest program in Division I basketball history, holding the most all-time wins at 2,178 and the highest all-time winning percentage at almost 77%. This is just an amazing statistic. We not only have the most wins and the highest winning percentage, but we were the first team to eclipse the 2,000 win mark. The next three teams behind us were North Carolina, Kansas, and Duke. This just shows us how good all time and how dominant they have been throughout the history of college basketball. We are so good that we've had 5 different coaches, including the great Adolph Rupp, Joby Hall, Rick Pitino, Tubby Smith, and John Calipari, all win the NCAA championship titles with us. And this feat can be matched by no other program in college basketball history. As you can see, we've been the most dominant team when it comes to wins and winning percentage all time, but even in the last 6 or 7 years, we have been as well. In the last 6 or 7 years, which is when John Calipari came to Lexington, we have had a stellar 190 wins to a mere 38 losses. That equals to a winning percentage of 84%, which is the best in that time span according to BigBlueHistory.net. According to this success, all to this success came to a head last year when we went 38-0 before finally losing to Wisconsin in the Final Four. To have those kinds of numbers, it is all about how you coach and more importantly, how you recruit and bring the right players to come play for you. And Kentucky has been the best at that too, having some of the top recruiting classes in the nation in those times. And John Calipari is a master recruiter. We have also held the most number of weeks in the number 1 spot in the rankings, the most out of any team in the last 7 years. Kentucky has just been purely dominant. Wins and winning percentages are great, but they're very telling about a program. But just like any other fans, Kentucky fans are really worried about one thing, and that's postseason success. Having regular season success is fun, and of course it directly correlates with postseason success. Kentucky leads all schools in the NCAA tournament appearances with 54, and is first in NCAA tournament wins with 120, and also has played in the record 54 tournaments, like I said, in 167 games. And holds the record for the most Sweet 16 appearances with 41, Elite 8 appearances with 36, and the most total postseason tournament appearances with 63. Further, Kentucky has played in 17 Final Fours. This ties for second for all time behind North Carolina. And we have played in 12 NCAA championship games, which is tied for the most with UCLA. No other program really compares with the success that Kentucky has had in the postseason. Kentucky may be tied or in a close second in a couple of statistics, but there is no question that overall they are the most successful postseason and regular season program of all time. And this is a very impressive feat. All of this postseason success leads us to the success in the major category fans really care about, which is championships. Kentucky has won 8 championships, putting them second all time behind UCLA. And you know, when you hear that we're second in championships, you're like, we can't be the best. But that's just simply not true. If you take a look at the championships and when they were won, you can see that UCLA won 10 championships in 12 seasons between the mid-60s and the mid-70s. And this was all under one coach, and they had a very impressive era. They really did, but this does not make up for the all-time dominance and the all-time success of a program. Kentucky's championships have been spread out over years, making them the most dominant and the most successful of all time. All of this team success, regular season success, winning percentage, postseason success, championships, all leads to an individual player's success. Yes, team success is stated above as a big reason why Kentucky Wildcat fans are the most, and the Kentucky Wildcats are the most successful team in the country. But the fact is also how our players have fared after college. An article was written in 2014 that says Kentucky has the most players drafted by any college in the NBA all time with 22. And this article was actually written before Kentucky had 6 more drafted in 2015 and 7 overall going to the NBA. So really that number is burying other programs into the ground with 28 players drafted, with 3 number 1 overall picks and many more lottery picks. Lottery picks, if you don't know, are very, very high coveted picks that teams would love to get their hands on. Also, these players in the NBA are making over $25 million more than any other college's former players. $25 million. The top 5 colleges whose former players are making the most money are Kentucky with $107 million a year, and then Florida with 82, UCLA with 81, Duke with 73, North Carolina with 61. This is one of the biggest testaments to Kentucky's all-time success because we are preparing our players, not only having success in college and then the regular season and the postseason, but we are preparing our players to succeed at the next level and to make a living and do better for themselves. So in all this, in conclusion, the University of Kentucky basketball is the most successful both currently and all-time NCAA Division I college basketball program to ever exist. When you look at their all-time record, win percentage, postseason success, championships, former players, and success at the next level, there is no doubt in anyone's mind that they are the most successful. I'm sure we will continue this success into the future and for a long time to come. Thank you.